Hello everyone, I am Gayatri, working as an assistant professor at Kamaraj College of Engineering Technology in the Department of Information Technology. In this video, I will discuss about data visualization in data science. Data visualization is the graphical representation of information and data using visual elements like graphs, charts and maps, etc. Next topic is importing Matplotlib. Matplotlib is a Python's core library that is used to create a static, animated and interactive visualizations. Here, import is a keyword. That import keyword is used to bring some set of code into our Python program. Matplotlib is a Python package and MyPlot is a sub-package of Matplotlib. This MyPlot sub-package contains lot of functions like plot, error bar, hist, scatter functions. These functions are used to create a interactive visualizations. Here, as is a keyword. This as keyword is used to rename our Python module. Here, matplotlib.myplot is renamed as PLT. We can use PLT instead of matplotlib.myplot. Next topic is line plot. Line plot connects the data points with straight lines. It shows how the value will be changed over time. Using this line plot, we can easily identify the outliers. Using this code, we can import our Python library. Here, students is a variable that contains list of student names and study hours is a variable that contains studied hours of each students. Here, using this PLT and dot operator, we can access the plot function. We can pass these arguments to the plot function. Here, students will be displayed in the x-axis, studied hours will be displayed in the y-axis, and each data point will be marked by using this circle, and color of the circle is blue color, and the label of legend is study hours. Using this title function, we can add a title to the graph, and the content of the title is line plot studied hours of students. Here x label is a function. Using this function, we can add a label to the x-axis and the label of x-axis is students. Here y label is a function that is used to create a label in y-axis. The label of y-axis is student study hours. Here, using this legend function, we can add a legend to the graph and the label for legend is study hours. Using this grid function, we can add a grid to the graph. Using this grid, we can easily read the data from the graph. Finally, show function display the graph on the screen. This is the output of the line plot. This is the title of the graph. The x-axis label is students and y-axis label is study hours. The student name is displayed in the x-axis and the studied hours of each students will be displayed in the y-axis. This is the legend. Here data points will be marked by using blue color circle and each data point will be connected by using the straight line. Using this graph, we can easily understand the data. Next topic is scatter plot. A scatter plot is a type of graph that shows the relationship between two variables using dots. Using this scatter plot, we can easily identify the outliers. Let us see the sample program for scatter plot. Using this code, we can import our Python library and it is renamed as PLT. Here student is a variable and that contains list of student names. Studied hours is a variable that contains list of studied hours of each student. Exam marks is a variable that contains exam marks scored by the each students. Here scatter is a function. Using this function we can create a scatter plot graph. These are the arguments of the scatter function. Here study hours will be displayed in the x-axis, exam marks will be displayed in the y-axis and the data will be marked by using the circle and the color of the circle is green color. Using this title function, we can add a title to the graph. Using this x label, we can add a label to the x-axis and using this y label, we can add a label to the y-axis. Using this grid function, we can add a grid to the graph. Using this grid, we can easily read the data from the graph. Finally, show function will display the graph on the screen. This is the output of the program. These are the data points. The data points will be marked by using the green color circle. Here a student studied hours is 3 hours and he scored 40 marks. A student study hours is 4 hours and he scored 45 marks in the exam. Using this scatter plot, we can easily identify the data. Next topic is visualizing errors. When we collect the data from real world, like how long a student studies, the values may not always be perfect. There may be a chance of measurement mistakes, small variation and natural randomness. Here, measurement mistake means assume a student studied for 6 hours and 45 minutes, but the data will be recorded as 7 hours. This is called measurement mistakes. Next one is small variation. Assume a student studied for 7 hours. There may be a chance of breaks during these hours. This is called small variation. Next one is natural randomness. Assume a student studied for 6 hours in day 1, 6 hours in day 2, but maybe a duration level of day 1 is may be high, day 2 is may be low. This is called as natural randomness. So, we can use error bars to indicate the how much errors are present in the data. Let me see the sample program. Using this code, we can import the Python library. Using this as keyword, the Python library is renamed as PLT. Here, student is a variable that contains list of student names. Study hours is a variable that contains studied hours of each student. Exam mark is a variable that contains exam marks scored by the each student. Assume there is a plus or 2 hours error in study time. Assume the study hour is a variable. Here we already assumed plus or minus 2 hours error in study time. So, we use the 2 here. This is a list. The list contains only one element. Here len of study hours means length of the study hour variable. Here study hours contains 10 data, so it return the 10. So, this code is renamed as 2 into 10. Finally, study hours contains this code repeat the 2 10 times. So, the output is the study hours contains 2, 2, so finally study hours variable contains this list, these elements in the list. Here using this figure function, we can increase the size in x-axis 8 inches and y-axis 6 inches. Using this figure function, we can increase the width and height of the screen. Here error bar is a function. We need to pass these arguments to the error bar. This will make the error bar's graph. Study hours will be displayed in the x-axis, exam marks will be displayed in the y-axis. Here x error means error bar will displayed in the x-axis. Here FMT means format. Data will be marked by using this circle. Here the data points will be marked by using purple color and the error bar color will be grey color. Using this title function, we can add a title to the graph, and using this x label and y label, we can add a label to the x and y axis. Using this grid, we can add a grid to the function. Using this grid, we can read the data from graph. Finally, the graph will be displayed on the screen using this show function. This is the output of the program. Here error bar will be displayed in the x-axis. If we are using y error means error bar will displayed in the y-axis. Next topic is histogram. A histogram is used to display the frequency distribution of a numeric data set. That graph shows how many times each range of values happens in our data. For example, here using this code we can import our Python library, and that is renamed as PLT. Here study hours is a variable that contains study hours of each student. Using this figure function, we can increase the size of the screen. Here hist is a function that is used to create a histogram graph. These are the arguments to be passed to the hist functions. Here study hours will be displayed in the x-axis. Here bin equal to 3 means the data will be separated by 3 ranges, and the color of the histogram is sky blue, edge color is black color. Using this title function, we can add a title to the graph. Using this x label and y label function, we can add a label to the graph. Finally, show function will display the histogram on the screen. This is the output of the histogram. So, using this histogram, we can easily understand the data. Thank you.